You were listening to a Nerd Room podcast, a member of the Star Wars Commonwealth Podcast Network. Be sure to check out more from the Star Wars Commonwealth on the web at starwarscommonwealth.com and take your first steps into a larger world. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Nerd Room. We talk all things Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. This episode number 151, we're discussing 2018, a year in review. I'm one of your hosts, Tim.
I'm Troy.
And I'm Sunjay.
It's the second episode of 2019, gentlemen. It's a big year in nerd. But before we get to 2019's most anticipated, that's going to be dropping next week in the feed, we got to take one more look back at 2018. We had a lot of fun discussing Aquaman last week, one of 2018's biggest films. And it was the last big blockbuster to hit us before the end of the year. So go back and check out our Aquaman review after you've finished watching the film. And it was a recommend from all of us. Spoiler alert there. Gets a little late. But yeah, go check it out. Worth your money. Worthwhile, eh?
It needs the box office support. You know, it's not quite at that $1 billion yet.
It's going to get there.
It's
What is
inching
it, 60? 60 away?
60 away.
Yeah.
No, I think even less because the numbers don't factor in the completed China total yet.
Yeah.
So I think it's only 40 away.
It'll do, Billy. Which means that Troy and I
man.
lose a bet.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
You
Damn.
guys were so confident it wasn't going to reach $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off
predict
to
that
you,
one.
man.
Yeah,
Hats off to you.
If I known that going in, I probably would have been more confident in it. But you know, sometimes you're pleasantly surprised, and this is one of those times.
It certainly was.
Yeah.
So, before we get into our year in review for 2018, we here at the podcast wanted to offer up our thanks to everyone that takes the time out of their days to listen to us podcast. We absolutely love doing this, and it's great to hear that people are out there listening, interacting with us on Twitter, retweeting the shows and all that. We really appreciate the support from everyone, and we want to give a special thanks to the entire Star Wars Commonwealth, the network that we are a part of, and especially, Rob Wade. He endorses this podcast every week on emotionally14.com. Of course, the Tumbling Saber crew, which we've had a ton of fun with over the last couple of years. Kyle, Corey, and Carlos. Rob Cass, my co-host on TSW Comics. Mark Godsif, one of my inspirations in podcasting. Steve Kirk from San Diego Sabres. And Rob Williams from the Generation X-Wing. All these guys, plus everyone in the Star Wars Commonwealth, has been a huge contributing factor to everything that we do here on the podcast. And of course, come on, guys, the Twitter gang.
Give it up for the Twitter gang.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Shout out. We got to give a
man.
huge shout out to Grabs, Matthew Salvador, Stu Baca, Daniel, Rick, Carlos from Calgary.
Yeah.
And Metal Mando,
Carlos.
Jeff Keltz. Shout out to everyone out there that is having fun. And I'm sorry if I forgot you guys. We always run the risk saying thank yous of forgetting someone. It wasn't on purpose. But thank you guys for making 2018 an absolute blast for us here at the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started this podcast, I thought we'd maybe get 3 listeners, and that would be our wives. To be honest with us. So
I can tell you one that doesn't listen.
I can tell
wife.
you 2 that doesn't listen. So yeah, just to know that other people are listening to this, it's crazy to me. Thank you so much for obviously listening and interacting with us. And if you haven't interacted with us yet, and this is your first episode, welcome aboard. Shoot us a tweet, shoot us a message. We'll respond to you. And yeah, and just join the fun. This is just, I feel like I got a whole new group of friends.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, man. It's a blast. I feel like I'm going to the comic book store every 2 seconds I'm on Twitter just talking with everybody. It's awesome, man. So shout out to Twitter gang. You guys know who you are, and I can't wait to get in interact with you guys sooner than later.
We're the happiest place on Twitter.
Yeah.
Everyone on
man.
Twitter is just battling fandoms, and we're just oh, I like Star Wars, I like Marvel, I like DC.
It's great because everybody speaks their opinion and no one's getting down each other's throats. You know, like Maddie's very DC, which is all good, and then we're all about everything, and no one's hating each other for it. It's great across the board. Man.
I hate on you, Troy.
A little bit off screen, right?
Yeah.
Off screen.
Yeah, and it's great to see other people being creative too. With the questions, you got Matt out there with his Lego stop motion.
Oh, that
which is killing it.
Aquaman! Did you see that latest issue?
Yeah, beautiful.
The splash, man. The
Yeah.
splash. Crazy effects.
The effects made it actually seem like it was underwater. I was like, this
dope.
is legit. If you guys haven't seen it and listening to this podcast, make sure you check it out. Tim has the handle. It's
Pure Lego stop motion.
At Pure Lego Stop Motion, and you can check it out on YouTube. Shout out. That's the
killing
Aquaman
it.
one.
It's awesome
My man.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I got one more thank you to throw out here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, it's to my boys here.
Oh, I was just being like an ass.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll take that way. No, to Troy and Sunjay, you guys come here every single week. Every Tuesday we record this, and it's something I look forward to every single week. It is one of the highlights of my week, sitting down here with you guys for a couple hours, talking nerd, and just having a blast with it. It's something we've been doing now for 3 years.
Damn.
that's crazy.
Over 150 episodes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for the time, the commitment that you put into this, and it's always a blast. And I want to do this just forever.
Keep it going.
Let's
Well,
just
we gotta
go.
thank you, man, because
Yeah.
you're the Iron Man. This is Avengers Tower right now.
Right.
You hold it down for them.
You're like the editor
big three.
too. Like
Yep.
every time I'm just like I should just like screw up more often so that like Tim has to do more editing or
Absolutely not, because I'll give a shout out to both of you again. Last week's episode had 3 edits.
Nice.
And there was
Nice.
just shortening just a couple pauses. That's just me being nitpicky.
Yeah, that's
So
dope.
basically no edits anymore from whatever, episode 20, which had 200 edits.
Oh,
it was
like,
crazy.
3 hours. It was like twice as long to edit as it
It
was to
took
like
me
record.
forever to edit the old episodes. Now it's kind of a breeze, which is nice.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way. I can see the glint in your eye.
I know. I'm like trying to screw up now.
The wheels are turning.
Should we we should have like a group hug, like all this love, and you know what? Let's
Just
just
a high five. Circle
No.
high five. Not the other
Oh,
kind.
Gotcha.
now I'm
I
gonna
throw those
go-
fist bumps out there.
Oh,
you know.
I grabbed Troy's fist bump, and now Troy and Tim must fist.
We're going to air
Bump.
high five. There it
Boom.
is. There it is. You can hear the exact same thing if we fist bump or air high five. All right, guys. Again, thank you to everyone that is contributing, guy, girl, whomever you are. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. And to the podcast. All right. It's been a while since we've talked about our week, and as this is going to be our month in nerd, we haven't actually run down what we got for Christmas because we had a couple movie reviews. We haven't had a normally formatted podcast in quite some time, and you're going to actually get those news ones here in a couple weeks after we get through this. It'll be about a month without our regular scheduled programming, but nonetheless, let's hear a little bit about your Christmas in nerd, your holidays in nerd, your month in nerd, whatever. What has collecting looked like for you guys over the last month or so? Troy, I'm going to throw it to you because I know you got some
Yeah,
special
man.
stuff.
I
That's
know.
some special stuff. Well, I mean, going with the Christmas ornaments because back on Twitter, man, everybody was posting the Christmas ornaments and they all look flashy and great. My wife got me a Black Panther one. Wakanda
Nice.
Forever. Let's go. It looks so cool. It's a
awesome.
little small one, but I like it. Goes hand in hand with the Vader that Tim actually got me, I think, 2 years ago.
Nice.
And I
Nice,
also
Tim.
got a new updated Spider-Man costume one, which is cool from his new cartoon that's out
Cool.
on the Disney Network. And then I got I got the hot toy. I got the Darth Vader hot toy. I was blown away. You know what happened with this box is I saw this box and I'm looking at it kind of when it's wrapped up and I'm like, this is like kind of similar to like the Anakin box and the Luke box. But I'm like, this can't be a hot toy. I can't be another hot toy here for my wife. This is crazy. And so anyways, there I am Christmas Day. I open this thing up and I'm just blown away. Like could not form my words whatsoever. This thing's huge. The box is actually slightly bigger than every other hot toy that I have, but still in the same scale. And man, I love this thing. I think it's probably up there for my favorite hot toy. It's between Anakin and Vader, and the costume lights up. There's batteries that you can throw in this thing.
oh,
lightsabers
man.
with the costume. Some real cool poses going on, and it's a great Christmas, man. My wife just held it down. It's dope.
Yo,
And,
man.
Shout out.
yeah, it was cool, man. And then I picked up, just a little a Marvel Legend Spider-Man PS4, which is pretty cool. EB Games has those going on. So that's not too bad. So I ended off my year pretty nicely, man. Some Marvel Legends, some hot toys, some ornaments, love for my family. It's great.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Love it. What about you,
Nice.
Sunjay? What's
Yeah.
tucked under the tree there for you this year?
Well, actually, my present came a little bit later because it was shipping from Italy,
Yeah.
so it's coming overseas. But
In the Canadian post office, so yeah.
yeah, actually, this one was pretty good because it was the delivery date or like the release date was December 28th, and I actually got it on like January 1st.
What was it?
It was the Mondo Steelbooks from Amazon Italy. So the ones I've been
Nice.
posting online, the Batman v Superman one, the amazing artwork on there, and then the Justice League one. So big shout out to my wife for giving me those. And
That's awesome.
yeah,
She
no,
knows you.
Yeah, she nailed it. She's like, I was like, hint, hint, I kind of want these. And she's like, I have no idea how to order from Amazon Italy. You do everything, I'll pay for it. I'm like, yes.
I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
They look great though, man.
Yeah.
Love those.
They're
Mondo holds it
gorgeous.
down.
Oh yeah, Mondo, and like the first one came a little bit dented, but Amazon Italy was so good to deal with. They're like, no problem, sir. Like we'll ship it out right away. Don't have to worry about sending it back. So shout out to Amazon Italy.
Why'd it have to come through Italy?
Because it's Mondo releases their steelbooks worldwide, so Some are Calgary only, some are US only. This one was European only. So Italy was like the first ones to have them. And I think you can also get them from Germany and France. So I chose Italy.
Yeah, so you're buying for the steelbook, not for the Italian version of the film.
How many Mondos do you have now?
Mondos that I have now are 13, I think.
Wow.
It's 13 or 14, because I have, let's see, I can't name them all, but I have like Boyhood, Dread, Drive, Terminator 2, Little Mermaid, these two. Then I also have Rambo, and then I have Blambo.
And a few others.
And a few others, yeah.
Are they as hard to get as the posters are? Because I know the posters, they're like 250 cut, and they're damn near impossible to get.
Yeah.
Because people buy them and drop them on eBay for 2 or 3 times as much.
Oh, yeah.
So you end up with this huge scalper market for Mondo posters.
You know what's crazy is actually in Canada, like the first wave came out in Canada, and in BestBuy.ca, they had them like kicking around for the longest time.
Really?
So up until last year, like you could get the Rambo Mondo Steelbook for $5.
What?
Like they were like that discounted, and I think I like one birthday my wife just got me them all, and it cost her like $20, and it was like 4 or 5 of them.
That's crazy.
Because that's how cheap they were. Nightcrawler was one of them too for like $5, and like
So good.
I kind of felt bad. I was like, I should just like load it up, and then I could have sold them to people around the world, because the only way you could get them is in Canada, and I think there's about 28 or 29 of them now. So there's some in like the US, but you know you can get them. They're still kicking around. You can still find them for like pretty good deal, but some of them go quicker than others.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes they just chuck these things out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just like the cut that was ever like say 200-300 ends up being 150 at some point because it just disappeared into wherever, right?
Oh yeah. Like definitely with physical media dying, less and less people are buying these, right? So
Unfortunately,
it's definitely more of like a collector's market. Like if you look at like records, like those are the people that are buying music now. Like no one's buying CDs anymore; they're all buying records.
Yeah, me included.
Yeah.
You hipster.
No, Christmas was good for me as well. My wife, she always knows what to get me. I'd only put out one thing. I said there was the Christmas themed Star Wars Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And I said I really want the Vader, but the other ones, I'd love to have them. I love little Christmas themed things. And lo and behold, boom, she got me all 5.
Nice.
The whole set, which is the Yoda, C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, and the Vader. Love the Vader. These things are great. She got me 2 little Lego storage things. They're new. They're all over Toys R Us, actually. And they're for setting up Lego minifigures inside of them. They're like little display cases. So I'm going to get my Cap ones, all my Cap minifigures, which I got on my Cap shelf. I'm going to put them in one of these boxes, set it up a little properly. And the big thing she got me a brand new pair of the Beats headphones.
Yeah, I saw those.
My man.
Man.
That bass.
And, dude, they sound good. They're great for editing. They're great for listening to podcasts and all that. It's just, they're almost like earmuffs too, which is nice. It's something, it's like the next step for me, right? I've been using the earbuds for so long, and these things just drown out the sound. I can hear every little thing on the podcast when I'm editing, which is great.
Because it's like sound reduction too.
Oh, yeah.
Those things, right? So
yeah.
you can't hear anything.
You can't hear
Yeah.
nothing.
So they're worth it, eh?
Oh yeah, like and the nice thing about these ones too, because the only thing with editing is that on the Bluetooth, because of the transmission, I guess, and the way that I'm editing within seconds, like less than a second on certain things, is that the Bluetooth doesn't pick it up as quick, so I can't match.
Oh, so there's a delay.
There's a little bit. There's half a second delay on them.
Okay, yeah.
And so, but these ones come. It's a piece so you can talk on them too.
Yeah.
So it has got the microphone, but it's also you can plug in and actually they're wireless, but you can also plug in and then I can plug it into the laptop, so I can actually edit with the cord and I get the actual like right down to the second.
Yeah.
Or half a second or less, but the Bluetooth doesn't do that, so it's nice that it has that versatility to it.
Nice.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Love those things, man. Those are great.
So yeah, it was a great Christmas all in all.
Yeah.
I think. Guys.
Yeah.
It was, thank you to the family. I love that each one of us we have families that embrace who we are.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that out there too. Within the Commonwealth and all the podcasts and that, people talking about their Christmas hauls and that, and how people are just like, I know you love Star Wars, I know you love DC Marvel, Steelbooks, or whatever. I'm going to embrace that. That means more to me than even the gift itself.
It's huge.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's the effort that people go to get Funko Pops. Like my wife doesn't want to go into EB Games and buy Funko Pops, but she does it, right? And so it's great.
I think my wife does it to get rid of me because I just go to the basement now and just stare at Vader. I give her all the space in the world. I'm just staring there.
Stop drooling.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. That was I love hearing that stuff. It's time, I think, though, to do a little bit of a look back. We're into 2019 now, But when we started in 2018, when we started the podcast, well, not in 2018. We started that later. When we started this look forward, the 2018 most anticipated, we did what we call nerdier resolutions. And we've been doing these for the last couple of years. And I went back and listened to actually episode 101, which is 2018's most anticipated, which is a very similar show you're going to hear next week for 2019. But with our nerdier resolutions, I just want to run through these and have us commentate a little bit around if we felt that we accomplished what we set out to do about a year ago, almost exactly, and how we're gonna craft our nerd in 2018. So I'm gonna start with Sunjay.
Oh, okay.
We chat
I'm on the hot seat.
Three nerdier resolutions.
Okay.
So you're 3. I'm just gonna rattle them off here, and then we can talk about them a little bit. You had pick up 52 steelbooks.
52 steelbooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was one steelbook a week.
Okay.
You had pick up at least one, and this darker, you called it, Marvel comic to add to your pull list.
Okay. Did not do that.
Get all 30 DC posters, but only 4 of them in 2018, and you specified Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Batman.
Okay.
So how did you do on your nerdier resolutions?
Okay. Steelbooks, I think I actually did bring it down. Like 52, I probably came pretty close to that, to be honest with you. Like, it wasn't one a week. It would be like go a month without, and then when I went to Vegas, I'd pick up like 20.
That's huge.
And then be like, it came in spurts. But I think 52, I probably did get around 52 steelbooks this year, to be honest with you.
The way you're talking, you probably got pretty darn close.
If not more, to be honest with you.
You should go and count.
Yeah, I should actually. I don't even. Yeah, I think I have the list. So, because whenever I get a movie, I have this big like spreadsheet that I have at home. So like I input it so I know which movies I have. So in case I ever like, do I already have this movie? I can just look and be like, I already do.
Yeah.
When I'm out and about. So yeah, Steelbook. Okay, we'll check that one off. We'll give me credit for that. Okay, what's the next one?
One Marvel comic to your playlist.
I did not. No.
You want me to give you one? I can give you one.
No, that's all right. Actually, I think maybe next year I'll do like add another DC comic, or maybe it'll be Dark Horse just to be like different, just to like really chap Tim.
You weren't overly confident when you spoke about this.
Yeah,
like,
no,
maybe I'll do like Ghost Rider or something like that. I think like a Morbius or a Blade. I think.
Oh, like that. I don't think they even made a Blade series, did they?
No, I don't think so.
Man, that'd be cool. I'm saying Marvel, if you make me a Blade.
Well, he's joining the Avengers.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be huge.
Yeah, there's
Blade's joining the
vampires
Avengers?
Yeah,
going on Avengers right now.
Looking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe I'll pick up that.
Buy it.
Okay.
Now, what about
Probably
your DC posters?
1 for 4. I picked up Aquaman.
Yeah.
I am trying to get all 30. That's the only one I got so far this year.
Okay, so you're batting about 50% then.
I'll take it.
You're
I'm trying to think if I got any other ones. I
feel like you did.
I did get one more.
Did you get a Wonder Woman one?
No.
Which
Justice
one?
League.
Justice League?
I got Justice League.
yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
the
think
one
I
I'm
got
thinking
it last year.
No?
Nah, I can't remember. I did.
Movie came out in November, so you may have got it early in 2018.
I did know. Yeah, I think I did get it in 2018.
Okay.
Maybe I like waited on it, but it seems familiar. So I definitely remember buying like one, asking you like, "Hey, do you want to go in for like shipping for like the movie poster?" So
Yeah.
I think I did. So I'm gonna say I got another one. I'll have to look at it.
2 for 4.
2 for 4.
Not too bad.
Getting down there. So yeah, okay, we'll say 50%.
You did pretty good on your New Year's
Yeah,
resolutions. You know,
alright.
I
Look
think a
at
lot
you.
of people set out New Year's resolutions and don't get 50%. So
Great.
shout
Good
out
on
to
you,
you.
then.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna go buy some more steelbooks.
Yeah, there you go. You have free reign. All right, Troy. Your 3 were cut back your pull list by 2 to 3 and get into trades.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
And then cutting out and getting out of the world of Marvel Legends post Infinity War. And you had a real issue with the Build-A-Figures and all that. That was your big thing. And they're reusing sculpts and that for the women figures.
Yeah. That's right. The Black Widow and the Mary Jane.
Yes,
Same
exactly.
face. Yeah.
And the other was get into Hot Toys. Walk that dark path. Yes.
Cool.
So let's see. How'd you do here? Did you cut back your pull list?
I did. I think I cut back on Old Man Logan at the wrong time, though, unfortunately. But I did cut back on Old Man Logan. I think I cut out... Oh, and I cut out Superman. Yeah. So I did cut out 2 comics.
Yeah, there you go.
Superman.
Yeah, I know. Before Bendis, too.
I know. But you set a resolution and you completed it.
Yeah. And I picked up a lot of trades, man. I did.
You did. You're huge
I
in
went
trades.
through a lot of trades.
You were a trader.
Tradesman,
It's okay. You're 1 for 1.
Okay,
Or 1 for 3
good.
so
1
far.
for 3, yeah.
All right. Now cutting back and getting into the world of Marvel Legends.
Bomb. I bombed that one hard. After Infinity War, there's a lot of X-Men stuff. I got a lot of the X-Men wave, Was there Black Series on there too? Was it just Marvel Legends?
Just Legends.
Just Legends. Yeah, I bombed hard on that one. Yeah. I picked up quite a bit of Marvel Legends. I just even spoke of the Marvel Legends.
Yes.
I just picked up the Spider-Man PS4. So.
All right. 1 for 3 so far still. All right. Getting into Hot Toys. Walk that dark path.
Yeah, man. Did it. I picked up I picked up all of them this year. So I
Yes.
picked up 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so walk
There you
that
are.
walk.
You are
Man.
way down that
Nice.
path.
Yeah,
Nice.
Troy, you nailed it.
All right, Troy,
man.
2 for 3
Nice.
for your Nerdy resolutions. Well done,
Yeah,
sir.
appreciate it,
Impressed.
boys.
I'm
Appreciate
impressed.
it.
Well done. I'm looking forward to see what you guys have for next year. Now, on to me.
Yeah, man. Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
All right, so read/listen to a minimum of 4 Star Wars books. I finished 0. Ooh, that one hurt.
0 for 1. 0
Yes.
for 1. That's
I was
all
actually
right.
really excited about that when we started, but what killed me was the commitment of time
Right.
to doing it. Because I really enjoy listening to the podcasts, Commonwealth podcasts and all that, I just can't make enough time to listen to 17-hour books anymore.
Yeah.
And so I've tried to cut back. I've been looking at books more recently. I was talking to a buddy over the weekend, and he's pointing me towards books that are a bit more like 5 to 8 hours.
Nice. And you got those beats now, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Maybe I should relook into it.
Was that for current, like, new
Yeah.
Star Wars release books for 2018?
It was gonna be basically the Thrawn,
Right.
And a couple others that I had backlog.
Okay.
I've even got some on my Audible
Right.
account that I haven't listened to yet.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll see about this year, but those are kind of hit the back burner for
Right.
now.
Do you
So-
want me to, like, I'll buy a Star Wars book and I'll read it, and then I'll put it on, like, an MP3, and then you can listen to my voice?
It's really funny because I don't know if it was on 101 or if it's somewhere in the past, but you've definitely offered that before. It may have been on.
And I think Troy will help me out, okay?
Do the sound effects.
Can you do?
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. And then Troy will be Vader.
Yeah, I'll pull off.
And then we could do lightsaber battles.
Something like that.
That's how it goes,
That's
right?
exactly.
Like
how it
Saber
goes.
Battles, Game of Pong.
All right, my number 2 was restart collecting vintage Star Wars action figures, and I said I wanted to pick up 10.
Okay,
Yeah,
how
I
many did
picked
you
up
get?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember you did get a little haul there.
Yeah, I did a couple cons, so I did get 5. I can't remember exactly. I got an Ugnaught. I got Admiral Akbar this year.
Lando?
Lando I did get. I think I got that medical droid that's sticking out there too. And maybe one more in there. It's hard to see from this angle. But yeah, so I did actually get back to that, so I'm happy with that. And my last was very similar to one of your stories, revised my pull list down to 4 to 5 comics.
Nice.
I wanted a tighter pull list, and I did get there.
Nice.
And it took me right to the last minute of the year, but I did get there, and I'm happy with my comp pull list as is. And I'm re-engaged in a big way with comics.
Wicked.
And so having that tight pull list has really done it well for me. Like it's made me really appreciate it all again. And Marvel Unlimited has done wonders.
Huge.
But we'll talk about that in a few
Huge.
minutes here.
Nice.
So yeah, I think I would say I was about maybe 1 for 1.5 for 3 or something like that. So
We'll give it to you.
I'm about
Nice.
halfway
Yeah,
there.
Give it to him.
So I think we did
Nice.
pretty well
Yeah.
on our nerdy resolutions. So hopefully we'll see for next year, for 2019, when we do our nerdy resolution for this year, we'll
Yeah.
see if maybe we can tighten up a little bit and try to go maybe 2 for 3, 3 for 3.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah, maybe me more in particular. I feel like a bit of a failure now.
No,
In
it's
nerd.
okay, Tim. No, we still love you. It's all
I
right.
appreciate that.
Tim, you're perfect just the way you are.
Aw, that warms the heart.
All right? Like, this isn't the nerd room. This is like the nerd
Couch there.
couch, like, therapist session.
Ah, the relief. It's there, right?
Tell me what you see in this picture, Tim.
All I see is Captain America. All right. Speaking of comic books, let's talk a bit about comic books in 2018. Now, I think it's been a bit of an up and down year for all of us in comics. I would say for me, 2015, 2016 were probably my biggest years in comic.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, I've seen it kind of really ebb a bit. I'm down on the low end of what my pull list has ever been. I took a huge step back from everything from Star Wars, the Marvel comics. It just wasn't working for me, and I wasn't making the time to actually read. So this year's been a lot of reflection for me and how I want to read comics and what I need to do to read comics. And you guys have heard about me talking a lot. Marvel Unlimited has changed comics for me in 2018. I'm kind of a bit gutted that I only signed up for it 3 or 4 months ago, towards the end of the year. I've read more comics in the last 3-4 months than I did in the last probably year and a half.
Damn.
And that's got me reinvigorated for new comics again. So I'm doing Marvel Unlimited for back issues, but I'm also picking out what I want to do go forward. And I'm really happy with that. Like, I'm re-engage with comics, and that's a huge thing. So 2018 for me has been about reflection and re-engagement.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What's comics look like for you, Sunjay, in 2018?
Yeah, as you said, I'm much like you. I definitely took a backseat, just busy doing other stuff, watching movies, or just like not even having a chance to read. But it ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'll go in there, read pound out 5-6 books in a row. Then it'll be a week before I read another one. So it definitely ebbs and flows. But as you said, I'm excited. I'm gonna try to make more time in 2019 to read more comics with a baby on the way. That's maybe not the most logical, but I think I'll be spending more time at home, so maybe I'll have more time, free time, just to pick up a comic whenever there is a free time. And
I built more Lego when my daughter was first born than I have ever in my life.
Were you reading comics back then?
I was, and I read a ton of comic books. Yeah. You have a lot more, and I guess maybe this is for all three of us. I found you don't have a lot of time to do big things.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of weird downtime.
Yes.
When the baby's sleeping, on your wife's lap or whatever on your lap. And I found myself picking up comics, or I was standing there building a Lego, or she'd sleep on. I would literally have her on the table on a little cradle thing, and I'd be building Lego, and she'd be 3 weeks old sleeping there. Yeah. So
playing with a fork in the socket, and Tim's just reading comics.
It's okay. Don't touch it.
Quiet, God.
All right, Troy, comics.
So for 2018, I feel like every year now, as of late, ever since 2015's Marvel's Secret Wars, things have been like a blur. Or actually, I'll even go back to your boy Nick Spencer's Secret Empire. Yeah. Because that was 2017, right?
Yeah.
See, so everything since then has kind of felt like a blur. Like when was Civil War 2? I think that was also 2017.
That was,
because it led into Secret Empire, right?
Empire.
Or Cap was behind the whole thing. Yeah. So that was 2017.
No, that was...
Late 17.
Yeah, because the death of all that was all into that Civil War 2 thing. Yeah. It was just re-mentioned in a book, too. And I think, what was it? Doesn't matter.
Because they do use it a couple times, which is one thing I do like, is that Marvel does refer to the events of Secret Empire, which is cool, like a cool fallback. But, Monsters Unleashed and even Infinity Wars, the new one, it's all kind of a blur to me. Spider-Man's been cool. We switched the lead writer from Dan Slott to now Nick Spencer, and it's a struggle with this new run, but it's okay. But Spider-Geddon for me is a huge highlight. I thought they did a fantastic job following up to what Dan Slott has established. And Batman, Tom King's Batman has been pretty stellar, man. It's pretty cool. And Nightwing for me is even falling up and down too. Justice League I fell off of, but I've heard kind of mixed reviews of Scott Snyder there.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Jeff Johns. No. But it ties too much into the Metal series.
I got lost in Metal.
Yeah, I had to go back and revisit that. So maybe I'll revisit that, and then I'll jump back onto Justice League, because it ties in a lot. And, if you're into it and you're reading the series, it's cool that they add on to it. But I just, Jeff Johns, you could just jump in. Anyone, if you've never read Justice League before, you could just jump in and be like, wow, this is an amazing team comic book.
Yeah.
This one here, you jump in, you're just like, okay, what are they talking about? What's the source wall? What's this nth metal?
Which is so weird, because DC is the opposite of that normally.
Yeah.
Batman, you can pretty much jump in anywhere for the most part. Yeah. So, but I think that the huge comic for me is Darth Vader. Charles Soule, Giuseppe on the art. What more can I say? From front to back, 25 issues. They just finished it there late 2018. That to me deserves an Oscar. Yeah, I mean it's awesome.
Would that be your single standout moment? What we're gonna do for comics collecting and all that? Would that be your single standout moment for 2018 in comics?
In comics, yeah, that, and also going back to Spectacular Spider-Man issue 313. That was my favorite Spider-Man issue I've read in 2 years. It's incredible what they even use cap lines in there. Spider-Man saying I could do this all day. I'm no way. Yeah, it's dope. It's cool. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. So, what was your single standout moment, Sanjay, for comics?
For comics, it would definitely have to be Batman's penis.
There it is.
There it is. Batman Damned. If you haven't read this book, so it's controversial. Full frontal nudity of Bruce Wayne Batman, and it was so controversial that they pulled the comic.
Now it's worth a fortune.
Now it's worth over $100, and I picked it up for $8. So hats off to me. But honestly,
little pat in the back.
Yeah, I called that one. Penis aside, is that a blur? Should we blur it out?
You can say penis. That's anatomically correct.
Yeah. Okay.
You can say dick if you want, right?
Maybe the thing I'm talking about Dick Grayson then.
Possibly.
Right? Richard, it's kind of confusing. Yeah.
Richard Ryder.
Male nudity aside, Batman Damned was a pretty good book. It's a 3-issue prestige format, so it's a lot bigger. That's not what I meant to say. No, but it is like the book is bigger than your standard comic book. And the art is nice. I'm talking about the book now, okay? The art is nice, and it's a great story. The Joker's dead, and Batman has to use John Constantine's help to kind of figure out what happened, and Harley Quinn makes an appearance, and I'm curious to see how this ends. And it was kind of like, I don't know, this one got me reading. It's a little bit more mature, obviously, and I appreciate that. And there's been some other great runs, but this was definitely the standout for me.
Yeah. What about Doomsday Clock for you guys? I know Grab's a big Watchmen fan.
Yeah.
And that integration, how did that go? Because going back to our year in anticipation for 2018, that was something you guys were talking about the integration of Watchmen to DC, the Doomsday Clock event. How did you guys feel about all that?
I read a couple issues, and then I kind of stayed away because I normally wait for the whole run to come. But from what I've been reading, it's fantastic. And Grabs has been pumping it up on Twitter, so I'm really excited. I think I am going to have to break that rule and just start reading it. The problem is they don't really have like a normal release schedule. So sometimes it'll maybe like 6 weeks or 7 weeks before you get the next issue. Yeah. And then by that time you're like, I forget what happened. It's been a while.
Yeah, because I think I read the first 2 issues, and I think it's originally meant to be like 7 issues or 5 even, and then now it's like 9.
Yeah, I think it's even like 12.
Delay. Yeah, there's been a big delay on the whole thing, so it's not been done yet.
Well, that's what kills some of these things, right?
Does,
Remember what was it that got killed
Secret
by
Secret
Empire
and Secret Empire
and Secret Wars too.
Yeah. They added an extra issue.
Yeah, because it took so long, and they ended up. It was delayed so long that the tie-in or the post Secret War comics were coming out. That's really when I fell off.
That's horrible because Doctor Strange. There's a huge thing with Doctor Strange,
and it spoiled the end of Secret Wars because all these books were coming out before it even ended. Yeah, and that's really when I stopped collecting consistently because I was like, I want to read the end of Secret Wars. Yeah. And then I never got back into it again, like in the same way. Secret Wars killed comics for me.
Yeah, exactly. That killed them because they literally killed Doctor Strange in Secret Wars, but then we're getting like issue 1 of Doctor Strange before that event was even done. And we're like,
what?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It was really poorly executed.
That's bad. That's bad.
So, but for me, 2018, the big standout was there's 3 standout series for me. The Infinity Countdown or Infinity Wars Countdown stuff. I'm just getting Infinity Wars, so I'm about 6 months behind. I've loved that cosmic event. Great. Captain America. It's by the writer that is doing Black Panther. Fantastic. The best part about it, guys, if you've ever read the Brubaker run, they're tying back into that.
No
way.
Like
Winter Soldier and all that kind of stuff.
It's like I got goosebumps thinking about it. It's so good how it's tying into that.
Man.
Brubaker run is my favorite from 2004, and the writers bringing all that back around and tying into that. It is really well done. But I have to go with you, Troy. Standout moment for me is the Vader series. The capping off, I read issue 25 last night. It's so good. The art is stellar. There's barely any text in it.
Yeah.
It's all art. And we were saying a couple weeks ago, we don't know about this last, it's a bit fantastical for Vader and all that. This issue ties it all together beautifully. And as a run, the Vader's Castle, or the Fortress Vader, I think it's called.
Right, yeah.
It's really, it's a great way. It's a great end cap to this story. Yeah. It's definitely the standout comic of the year is Vader.
For sure.
Yeah, and those last couple, and the Moncali, I think, was this year, as well as Fortress Vader. So huge shout out to Charles.
Oh yeah, that arc. Ooh. Yeah, and the annual.
Yes,
Windig.
The annuals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Windig. Yeah, watch out, Windig. But no, Vader standout comic for this year.
For your Captain America run, is that the one with like that? It's like an old school art.
No,
or was that other one?
I'm not sure. There's the one that it's pretty recent art. It's got the Alex Ross covers.
Oh, okay. So this is after that one because I was thinking of that other one they did.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there's a short. It was as they built into issue 700.
Right.
That wasn't very good.
Oh, okay. So they moved on.
Yeah,
from that.
They've moved on from that. So I can't remember who wrote that, but the story was a bit wonky. It was a bit time jumpy. The art was a bit old school.
Yeah.
This new stuff, the art is great.
Nice.
The covers are awesome, and the story is fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really well done. That was when they went back to the legacy numbering. Then they built into issue 700.
Yeah.
And then I think they went to 704 with that, and then they flipped over and started with Captain America #1 again.
Right. That's what confused me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the run you want, is that new. It's Legacy 705. I think it starts at the new run.
Cool.
So that's one you want to get into for Cap. So
nice.
yeah, 2018 in collecting. we ran down some of the collecting we finished off the year with, but for us collecting, we all vary on what we do, what we collect. Sunjay, steelbooks. Troy, you're kind of everything. And me, I'm about the same. So what has and how has your collecting evolved? What have you kept consistent? What's been your main focus throughout 2018? And what were your standouts for 2018? What was the big the couple or the best collectible that you acquired in 2018? I'll throw it to you first, Troy.
Oh, this is a tough one. I mean, for me, top of my list, hands down, is Anakin Skywalker hot toy and Darth Vader the hot toy.
Nice.
To the point where I actually forgotten pretty much everything else that I've collected. I was thinking about today, like the other Marvel Legends, and I'm like, what did I get? I really loved the Mark 7 Iron Man behind you there. 10th anniversary. Yeah. I love that armor. It's my favorite armor in the MCU. That was a cool pickup. I'm really glad I actually got to complete Jonathan Hickman's full Fantastic Four run in trade. It's a brilliant run.
Brilliant collection piece.
Yeah, and it's nice and really hard to kind of come by. So I kind of freaked out on that one. And Black Series, I really liked you can find her anywhere, but I really love the Jedi training Rey, is it? Mm-hmm. Where she has that
the
poncho,
Island Rey.
Island Rey. I love that one. It's so cool, and I love the Rex, Captain Rex.
Yeah,
I think those were my probably two favorite pickups for Black Series, and of course the Rey speeder.
Yeah. That was awesome. Huge pickup.
Nice.
Yeah,
right
nice.
there. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. So you've kind of shifted your focus a lot in 2018.
Yeah.
You're a lot heavier into Black Series. You kept relatively consistent with the Marvel Legends. You dropped selects, right?
Drop selects, but they just dropped the Thanos that I'm gonna have to get. It's crazy. It's unbelievable how well it is.
Where is it?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw online, but I haven't actually seen it physically. But gotta get it. It looks crazy.
Gotta go to the Thanos collection
because you're a Thanos dude, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm done with selects.
Yeah, right on. The hot toys has been your focus.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Awesome. Jealous. Wait till 2019.
Yeah, that cat, man. That's all you.
I got some resolutions here.
There we go.
Next episode though. Sunjay, man, you've been consistent with the steel books.
Yeah.
Has your focus shifted away from conventional Blu-rays and filling out that collection? Are you purely into steelbook collecting now, or do you still do that other stuff on the side a little bit?
Yeah, no, I do everything. It's definitely shifting away from Blu-rays though. Yeah. If I have a choice, I'll go with the 4K, even though I don't have a 4K player or TV. I eventually figure I am gonna get it eventually, right? So it's like, when Blu-ray was first coming out, I stopped buying DVDs and bought Blu-rays.
Right.
Now it looks like a good decision, and now I'm gonna do the same thing with 4Ks.
But they still come with Blu-rays. I just bought my first 4K. I bought The Lion King.
Nice. Oh yeah, I got that one. Yeah,
nice.
The 4K one of that.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous, but it came with the Blu-ray, so you're kind of okay there.
Yeah, it covers both ends, right?
Yeah,
so you're good.
Same way when Blind Blu-ray used to come with the DVD.
Yeah.
Right. At least there's no HD Blu-ray battle this time.
Oh yeah,
Someone won.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm just glad that they're keeping physical media alive. It's not just streaming, so that's good. So I definitely, shifted my focus away from Blu-rays to 4Ks, but definitely the steelbooks and mostly superhero ones. So, I'm trying to go back and get those MCU ones, those Marvel ones, those DC ones. Yeah, the MCU ones, definitely I got in the game late on that one. Like, you look at a Thor 1, you're looking at $250, $300.
That's crazy.
That's insane, right?
That's Thor 1?
Thor 1, Thor the Dark World. I think someone was selling it on Kijiji for $160, and I was like, would you take 80 for it? And even 80's like kind of high, but I was like, I'll part with 80. And the guy's like, I'm sorry, I think your typo, 180? I could do 180. And I was like, no, man, I'm not giving you 180 for this. Like, stop being such a cocky ass. Like, that's a fair deal, man. So, and definitely, I think I just having like room to jump on deals that come up. Like, I'm always scouring Kijiji or eBay. Sometimes, you just like buy a lot, and then you're like, the perfect deal comes by, and you're like, oh man, like I just dropped like 300 bones, but man, like this Thor 1 for like $80. I was like, all right, fine, I'll throw it on, like stuff like that. So, that was pretty good too. I picked up Fantastic Four, Hulk, getting that some of the Ghost Rider films. So I picked those up on Steelbook as well. So, going back to fill the missing movies. My standout for me would definitely be the Mondo Steelbooks from Italy, the Batman v Superman, the Justice League one, and then the Wonder Woman one that got re-released in Best Buy USA. So that one, if you haven't seen, I'll post a picture of that. It's a gorgeous steelbook, way better than the animated one that Canada put out, unfortunately, but whatever, it's all good. So yeah, it's definitely steelbook. Comics, still going into single issues. I stopped buying for like a month or 2 months, and then I was so behind that like it just was getting so expensive with the dollar being so bad. It's another like 35-40% for us. So, you know, it was getting like quite expensive to get everything back into up to date. Thankfully, everything is up to date for me right now. So that's my goal, is just to keep it all up to date for the rest of the year. Nice. Is it red up to date? No, but it is sitting at boxes in my basement up to date.
Very nice. Very nice. That's huge. I love that you've become a collector over the last couple of years. When we first started the podcast, you know, you kind of dabbled in a few things.
Yeah.
But you never had an obsession like Troy and I did. Now you have a worse obsession.
Well, when we first started the podcast, I think I was at like 800 movies.
Yeah.
And now I'm at close to 2,000.
Wow.
So it's definitely like exploded.
And you had 0 steelbooks when we started too.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, I had 1 DVD steelbook that I had no idea I had. So now I have like close to over 100. So thanks a lot, Tim.
Yeah, man.
I would say
2 monsters.
Yeah. When my kid
credit.
can't go to college, she's like, Dad, why can't I go to college? I'm like, just look in the basement and go thank Uncle Tim for all the steelbooks.
She's like, what are these things?
Yeah.
Why? They're just, the movies are just on TV, right?
Yeah. Not in my household. Get out.
Oh, that's awesome. For me, collecting it's kind of taken a big turn. I've taken some big steps forward and some big steps back on certain things. And like my comics, I've tried to reframe everything, particularly here in the Nerd Room, and focus down. We spoke about this probably 2-3 times throughout the year about focusing your collection, and I've done that this year, which I'm really happy with. I've got my cap wall, got some Vader stuff, I've got Thanos, so I kind of think I'm a bit better off with focusing. I dropped the 3 3/4 inch line pretty much all in. I didn't finish out the Last Jedi stuff. I definitely didn't get into the vintage collection. I always said from the start the price point's too high for me. I like the look of them, but I just couldn't see myself paying $14 to $18 for an action figure that come out that often. And so I jumped right off that. I passed on the majority of the Solo Black Series as well.
Yeah.
So that was the first time since 2015 that I didn't pick up a Black Series run of a new film.
Wow.
Now, that's not me speaking to the film in any way.
Yeah.
I just, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was a bit of collecting hangover, that it was so huge in 2015-16 that as 17 and into 18 rolled through, I just felt that I was overwhelmed by the Black Series. My Black Series collecting went straight to the original trilogy. I still had a ton of fun getting like the Gamorrean Guard you grabbed me this year. I got some of the Bounty Hunters. I filled them out. I'm still looking for the Dengar. So I've had a lot of fun going back and collecting the OT stuff and hunting those out. But you can still find those Solo figures swinging from the pegs.
Everywhere. Like the whole wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing you can't get is the Tarkin.
Yeah, the Tarkin's a hard one to find.
Yeah, and I really cut back this year too on Funko Pops. I didn't get any. I got 2 from Solo. I got Enfys Nest and the Range Trooper. That's it. And I only got 1 from Infinity War. I just got the Captain America. Actually, 2 Captain Americas.
Yeah.
From the variant I got, the Walmart exclusive. So this year it's been really about streamlining collecting, and I'm happy with that.
Nice.
I'm finding myself though in a weird position. We'll get into this next week when we talk about most anticipated collecting for 2019. Is that I have cash from Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what to spend it on. In the past,
we got some ideas for you.
I know you guys do. In the past, Boxing Day, that would have been out the window.
Yeah.
That would have been into Black Series, Marvel Legends, whatever. Stuff that I've been waiting on. I don't have anything to spend. But we'll see. My standout, though, for 2018, I got a few theories. You know, the Black Series was good, not great.
Yeah.
I love doing the cap shelf. One of my Marvel collecting standout is the 10th anniversary stuff.
Yeah, man.
It's so good. The Civil War box set is great. I got the Red Skull.
Yeah.
And as well as the Ronin. Beautiful stuff. I love that. I'm waiting. I'm gonna get the rest of it. I'm waiting on price point at this point.
Yeah.
It's $100 for the Thor stuff or for
That's
the Iron Man
crazy.
3 stuff.
40 for Ultron.
Yeah, 40 for Ultron. Like, get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see you at the discount shelf. Like, I'll see you when you've been swinging for a year. And people, they're great figures. Don't get me wrong, but they're not worth what they put them out for. They are celebratory, which is a big deal, but backseat for me for right now.
You just gotta find a place at the Walmart or the Toys R Us and hide them so that no one will buy them, and then like in a year's time you can go and get them.
Just go get them.
Yeah, right.
For the same price.
Just like put them in the ceiling tiles.
Yeah, that seems illegal.
No, it's not illegal. You're not stealing anything.
I'm just hiding it.
Yeah. There's no law against hiding. Like, have you ever heard someone get arrested for hiding? Well, like maybe in someone's washroom, but
yeah.
Probably. Okay, maybe scratch that.
We'll scratch that. and for Star Wars, really, and I guess maybe my standouts this year, my true standouts are the SDCC exclusives that I got this year.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Rob Cass, he hooked me up
Yeah.
with the Afra, the BT 000 set, and Steve Kirk hooked me up with the Iron Man Mark 1 exclusive, SDCC exclusive Funko Pop.
Yes, sir.
So those are my two standout collectibles. I love them. There's a story behind them. They came from some good friends, and they've taken a prominent position here. So that's my standout this year for collecting is the exclusives. Unfortunately, I didn't get them, but we had some good friends that were down at the con and did the work. We're in the trenches, grinding away for us.
Yeah,
So
man.
2020 San Diego.
yes, I think I could probably get on board with that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Like,
Galaxy's
possibly.
Edge, though, may take
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
a big one.
you guys gonna make me go to San Diego alone again? Like
No,
I was
I'll probably-
all alone, so sad, not a friend in the
Maybe
world.
it'll be my 2020 New Year resolution.
Yeah. All right.
There you
let's
go.
do it.
We'll put it. Yeah, I think we're all going to be busy this year, though.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Now, guys, we cover 3 franchises prominently here on the podcast: Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. You guys hear us talk about it every single week. We've broken down every trailer, every film, every bit of news, comic book, whatever. We've talked about it on the podcast this year. There's 50 some odd episodes you can go back to and listen to us rant and rave about these 3 franchises. But there's got to be a single standout moment for each one of us in those franchises for 2018. And we're going to throw those down right here. Now we're talking single standout moment. Doesn't have to be particularly a moment, say in a film. A film can be that moment, if you will. So single standout item, or whatever you want to call it, from those franchises, from Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. We'll do a roundtable on this one, and we're going to start it off with Marvel.
Okay.
What was your guys' standout moment in Marvel? Now, it could be comics, film, whatever. A moment in a film, maybe. What was your standout, Sunjay, for Marvel this year?
You know what's crazy is I was just thinking about this. I don't think me and you, Tim, saw a Marvel movie together this year.
Infinity War, right?
No, Infinity War I saw with my wife and my other buddy.
Oh.
And his
Black Panther,
fiance.
and I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp with my wife.
Yeah, so
And I think we saw Black Panther. Did we not?
No, not if I saw it the second time. No.
Okay.
No. But we saw Infinity War because we
Yes.
were like, Red Skull.
Oh, yeah.
So sorry, Tim, but my Marvel standout would be seeing Spider-Verse with you, Troy.
Yeah, that was great.
when we went to see it
Yeah.
together with your wife and your child as well. So it was kind of nice that you invited me into your family's home. You didn't provide me with supper, but that's all right. I'll let it slide. But yeah, no, just seeing that movie, like I had no expectations going in. I had heard it got good reviews. But I was just like, I don't know what to expect. Like,
Right.
is this gonna be like a Lego Batman where like I like it, but it's good, it's aight. But then got in and just like as soon as you saw the scene where they make fun of Spider-Man 3, and we like both like kind of noticed it, I was
Right.
like, okay, we're in for a good time.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be a good movie. And
That's great.
I was blown away by the movie, and it's one of the best movies of the year.
Golden
so.
Globe, let's go.
Yeah,
Yes,
man,
it did,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it-
congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Ah.
crazy. It's good that it's got recognized, and so that was my stand-up moment, definitely. For Marvel, it's just like seeing that with you, and just like the whole experience is going to theater. Like that's half the fun. It's just like, and we think we saw it opening day too.
We did, the Thursday.
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
I love seeing it on the Thursday. Just the anticipation, like it hasn't really like the film hasn't been out there in like the social conscious.
Right.
So like you form your own opinion. You're like, okay, is this good? Is this bad? As opposed to like if you go see it now, you've heard nothing but like great things, and you like kind of maybe got a little bit spoiled. So there's nothing like seeing it early and for the first day, opening day. So no, that was definitely.
That's great. And those seats.
Oh,
huge.
the recliner seats, yeah.
Yeah.
Introduced you to the landmark recliner seats.
Yeah, we got to check out that VIP theater in the south.
Yeah,
there.
down south.
Yeah. A little far for you, Sunjay.
Yeah.
All right, Troy, Marvel, single standout moment or standout whatever.
So is this just for the movies or
Whatever, it could be anything.
So I'm gonna pull a Corey Chopper with a Z right now. I'm gonna
Little
use a little bit of a
loophole.
loophole. And I'm just gonna say flat out Spider-Man is the year of Spider-Man, from Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man Infinity War's death scene, which is crazy.
Yes.
To obviously Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, and then Spider-Get in the comic.
Yeah.
It was just it's awesome. It's huge for
Wow.
Spider-Man.
Now you
So
put that into context. That's
yeah,
huge.
yeah, it's Spidey's year, man. So I'm just gonna go right out and just stick with that one right there.
Nice. Nice. In a year where we had Infinity War drop, we had a Captain Marvel trailer, Endgame trailer. What other film did we have this year? Black Panther,
Black
of
Panther.
course.
Little
Yeah,
film
Ant-Man.
that made
Ant-Man and the
a little bit of
Wasp.
money.
We had the end of Daredevil. Daredevil season 3. It's been a hell of a year in comics. We ran through the comics already. So there's a lot to choose from in Marvel for me. But for my standout 2018, it's Infinity War.
Yeah, there we go.
Of course,
Yeah,
It's
man.
Infinity War.
Yep.
This movie blew my brain apart. It exceeded every expectation. that we had, I think as a collective that we had, that end, the snap, you know, we all read Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
We've read it multiple times. We knew what was going to happen or what could happen.
Yeah.
Right.
But it still hit me like a ton of bricks. The Red Skull reveal, Thanos as a villain. You know, it's hard because Killmonger was awesome as well.
Right.
Michael
Yeah.
B.
Oh, knocked it out of the park.
But that movie as being kind of maybe the beginning of the end for the MCU as we know it.
Yeah.
It just was so well done. The Russos killed it. So
Yeah.
for me, Infinity
Nice
War,
choice.
Avengers Infinity War is the standout moment for me.
Nice.
And it was almost down to like what you're saying. That first experience sitting there with you, Troy, in the theater, and just like the Red Skull moment.
Nuts.
Everyone like the gas in the theater when people were dying, when Spider-Man went down, when Black Panther went down. You know, $700 million character just disappears.
When you put it that way.
Yeah.
You got one that made $300 or almost $400 million a year before disappears. Like that's wild. It's $1 billion.
It was
Snapped
crazy.
away.
Yeah, man. Great experience.
Wild moment. Let's DC, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
All right.
It's been a big year in DC. I think they've really come back in a big way.
Yeah.
Sunjay, standout moment.
It's gotta be seeing Aquaman with you, knuckleheads. Like going into the theater, seeing it at IMAX, not really sure what to expect, and then after the film, just chatting with you two and Carlos.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun
It
going
was.
to Boston Pizza there and just shooting the shit. I love that. You know, a lot of times when you see movies, you're like, that was cool. Okay, and then you go home and then you don't talk about it for like a couple days until we do the podcast. This was just like right away, and we're just like talking about our thoughts, and the movie itself blew me away. Like this is a movie that's gonna be. As soon as I get a 4K TV, this is the first 4K movie I'm going to get. Actually, I'm going to get a 4K TV before this movie comes out because I have to see this in 4K. It's just beautiful.
You just put yourself on a timeline.
I know. I got 3 months to do it. So let's go. Yeah, this was the DC movie of the year.
There you go.
Yeah, the
Take
only
that,
one.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies,
Yeah.
which was also really good.
that was good too.
Yeah, I really like that one too.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah.
This one's tough for me right now. I guess I kind of used it already, but I'll have to go back to Tom King's Batman. That's really the only thing I can really go off of right now, especially everything going after the events of the wedding that we were teased at between Batman and Catwoman issue 50.
Yeah.
I believe everything from there, the whole series has been great, but everything after that too is really kicked up for me. So I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Tom King, man.
That one issue where he's hunting down KGB.
Oh, come on. That's the one right
in
there.
the snow.
Oh, yeah. And it's Tony S. Daniels on the art.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Kills it. Because, well, I won't go into spoilers
don't
what happens
spoil
to
it.
Nightwing. But,
Yeah.
oh, man. Great.
That was one of the best. Oh, man. It's just like, it was so like redeeming as a fan of Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
It's like that was the same Batman from that film, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. Well, see, that's what's really cool about what Tom King's done is after the events of the wedding issue 50 of Batman and Catwoman, he's really brought Batman down to being like gritty and just like dark and not giving anything, you know? It's he's like that dark Batman. That very much of the writer from Dark Knight Returns. How do I forget his name?
Oh, Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Yeah, he's kind of like brooding like that.
Oh yeah, like even like the issue after when he goes on the jury to free Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Because he made a mistake as
Well, that's
Batman.
before or after Catwoman.
Oh, was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because he made a mistake when he apprehended Freeze, and like Freeze was innocent. So like him to like right that wrong, but like him to be that sloppy and messy.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. He's unhinged right now.
Well, it's crazy. Yeah, because Batman is like defending. Actually, he's going to. Bruce Wayne is going against Batman and against the jury, and the jury's all like, "No, Batman's right."
Yeah.
And Bruce Wayne's like, "No." Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, it's wild, man.
That's a great
wild.
Run.
Yeah.
Oh man, tempting.
Yeah,
Something
man.
to jump into.
Yeah, you should definitely pick up the trade.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what's a good like a tip for the trades is if you're in Canada and you go to like chapters.ca and you go online for their trades, they're like 40% off and they just ship to a store near you, as opposed to if you went into the store to buy it, it's full price. But for some reason, the online shipping is like 40% off. So
nice
tip for you Canadians.
There
I
you
saw
go.
that. Yeah.
Tips of the day. New to nerd, right? You know, DC for me is it's not a franchise that I'm as invested in as you guys, as Matt, as Carlos. But you know, two things that stood out for me. One was the Shazam trailer.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that was great.
That blew me away. You know, we're gonna talk about our most anticipated movies for 2019 next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably gonna fall on my list because of
Wow.
those trailers. Yeah, definitely.
Did
definitely.
Aquaman make your list last
It did
year?
not.
Wow, so Shazam is moving on up.
It is, and it's relatively high. I think I've already kind of rattled through some of my lists. So, yeah, that really was a standout for me. But I have to go with you, Sunjay. Seeing Aquaman, and more I reflect on that film. I re-listened actually to our review because I was a bit worried that I was a bit harder on it, but it's actually a very well-balanced review. I'm speaking a bit biased here, but you can tell that we had fun watching the film. And I think a lot of that has to do with going with three of us and Carlos, having that chat after, and it being an uplifting DC film. It was probably the best experience I've had with a DC film since I had a lot of fun in Wonder Woman, but this one I just had fun in.
Yeah.
It was a carefree, let's have fun. Jason Momoa, my man.
Oh man, he's a huge star now.
Massive $1 billion man
Yeah.
at this point. Well, maybe as we publish this, definitely by end of the weekend, he's going to be $1 billion boy.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of people in that club, especially for solo outings. Like this this can make more money than maybe not globally, but pretty darn close to Civil War.
Yeah,
That's
globally
crazy.
it'll be close because Civil War was what
1.2, I want to say. I'm not sure on that.
Okay, because maybe like one. I thought it was like 1.15 or something.
Maybe it might be. I don't know the exact numbers on that.
So it's like
but
150 million off. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could be.
You place that in like it's bigger than Thor, bigger than Guardians. I don't think ever hit $1 billion. I think they're upwards of 800 or so. So this thing's already surpassed Guardians. All that. It's crazy to think about that.
Yeah, like if you put it in context, Aquaman has made more as a franchise than any Superman, any Thor, any Spider-Man, any X-Men movie that's ever been done.
More in a single film, not in a franchise.
Yeah, it's a single film. Like the only ones that have beat it will be Batman, Avengers, and Black Panther.
Yeah.
And Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 franchises
Wow.
so Aquaman is like the 5th highest grossing like single
Which is
franchise.
insane.
I mean, 10 years ago, go back 10 years, and I were to go back.
Go back 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Aquaman definitely
Nice.
stand out for
Yeah.
me.
My
Now,
man.
Star Wars. Let's wrap it up with some Star Wars. Single standout moment. I'm gonna rattle off a few things here
Cool.
before I throw it to you guys. Let's look at what Star Wars delivered for us in 2018. We spoke about the Vader series. We had all the other comics as well. We had the announcement and clarification of Galaxy's Edge. We had Solo come out this year. I forget that Solo came out in
know.
2018.
Yeah.
So
It
close to
feels so
17.
long ago,
Yeah.
right? We just ran down some of the collecting. We had the announcements of things like the Mandalorian, the Cassian series, all the Disney Plus stuff. The end of Star Wars Rebels.
Yes. Yeah.
We had big books, Thrawn 2, Master and Apprentice. We had Celebration. I had that experience going online and buying Celebration tickets. So it's been a wild year. I'm sure I forgot something there, but it's been a wild year in Star Wars. What has been the moment for you guys in Star Wars this year? Troy, I'm going to throw it to you first, man.
Yeah, well, obviously, I've given enough praise already to Charles Soule's Darth Vader, but I gotta go with season 4 of Rebels.
Yeah.
World Between Worlds.
Yes.
That episode for me just blew me away. What Dave Filoni can do in this world, he's the best. He's simply the best in my opinion when it comes to stepping away from George Lucas. Just give the keys to this guy, because that whole episode, if you were to ask me before that episode if there should ever be time travel in Star Wars, I would have been like, hell no. No.
Yeah.
And then watching that episode, I'm like, this all works. Like, everything works, because time travel is so tricky to work
It
with.
is.
Everything works in that episode. So I gotta give it to Dave Filoni. I gotta give it to World Between Worlds. I gotta give it to Rebels season 4. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, Chopper's going
Nice.
to love you.
Yeah, man.
Generic answer again, but it's definitely seeing Solo with you guys. It was
Yeah,
just
it's
a
good.
different experience. I remember seeing The Force Awakens. I don't remember. Were you there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you were at The Force
yeah.
Awakens?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, crew. There's like 25 of us.
Yeah, it was just a different experience seeing Solo. Like, the theater was a little bit quieter, but it was nice, like, seeing you guys again. And, and I wore my Chewbacca outfit.
Yeah.
Got those
And,
pants.
yeah.
Very legs.
and the tank top. And the guy actually wore, like, a legit Chewbacca outfit. So
Yeah.
hats off to that dude.
Oh, yeah. That was huge.
Yeah. He was a good, like, 7 feet tall. Like, I was like, is that, like, Shaq in there? Like, he just made us look like kids. Like, it was crazy. But no, I love seeing, like, Star Wars. That's kind of the only times I've seen it in theaters is with you guys. So it would be seeing Solo.
Awesome.
And it was seeing Solo, not Solo.
Nice.
Well, that's a great moment, because I remember we saw the reveal of Maul, and we're like,
Yeah.
again, that's kind of like the Red Skull moment. And we're like, oh my god,
just
you
like-
see like the metal legs
Yes.
rise up, the lightsaber, the voice.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was so good. Yeah, I struggled with this one actually. You know, because of all the announcements, that to me was some of my favorite stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's hearing what's coming, but I wanted something to be a bit more tangible as far as Star Wars, the standout moment for me. Like Vader series.
Yeah.
It's between that and Rebels for me.
Yeah, man.
I love Solo as a film, but these two really stood out. And because I've already shed so much praise on Vader, I'm going to have to say the end of Rebels as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
The epilogue.
That was great.
Beautiful, brilliant. The way they handled the exit of some of the characters they need to get rid of, really well done. And just that season 4, like we did all the reviews on it on Star Wars Rebels Alert or after show, so you can go back and check some of those episodes out. And then we did kind of a wrap-up episode in the last 4 or 5 episodes all at once because of how big that arc was.
Crazy.
And it was so well done. I'm so happy that Dave Filoni had the opportunity to end that on his terms. The same way that he's going back and ending Clone Wars next year.
Yeah.
With Clone Wars saved, he's going to be able to put his final stamp on that, end that story. He had that opportunity to do that with Rebels.
Yeah.
And he did it so well. And I almost forgot that series ended.
I know.
In 2018.
Yeah.
It seems so long ago.
It does. Yeah.
But it was a perfect end to a series. That's what you want. That's why I like where this Vader series ended too.
Right.
Charles Soule went out on a high note. It's the same way Filoni went out. So yeah, Star Wars Rebels is the standout for me for Star Wars in 2018.
Yeah.
Nice.
And not to go on a tangent, you just mentioned 2 things. Charles Soule and Dave Filoni, they both went out hitting high because they both got to finish like their story from front to back. Do you think that's something that we need going forward more so in some of the Star Wars properties?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the Russos as well.
Yeah.
Like they really started the Cap arc in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And even go down to the writers, Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus. They've been writing Cap since the first Avenger.
That's right.
And to me, in my opinion, a bit biased again, I think that's the best arc in Marvel.
Yeah, best trilogy for sure.
Best trilogy, but Cap's arc through the last 2 Avengers films, or what's going to be into Avengers 4, is probably your best arc.
Yeah.
And it's consistency. Once you find someone, you know, James Gunn, right?
Yeah.
The Guardian stuff was good when he was doing it.
Exactly.
When he wasn't being an ass online.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think consistency is something that they need to focus in on. And I think they've kind of gotten there, right? You're getting J.J. Abrams for episode 9. Favreau is the showrunner for The Mandalorian.
Right.
Different directors, but consistency, right? In process, in thought, in writing. So yeah, I'd have to say definitely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. So as we count down the best of in 2018, you know, we've worked through comics, collecting our standout moments in the individual franchises. Let's talk a little bit about the best films of 2018. Now, we usually do our most anticipated films a year ago this time, right? For this year that just passed. Yeah. I'm going to run through those a little bit, but we're just going to put some context to this year in film just a tiny bit. We had some huge trailers this year. Do you guys got any standout trailers? We got, let's think, like we got Infinity War trailers. We got the
Spider-Verse was cool. Endgame.
Spider-Wars.
Captain Marvel. 2018.
Yeah, it came out.
Right.
Yeah. Shazam you mentioned.
Yeah, Aquaman came out.
Aquaman.
Ready Player One was cool.
Ready Player One. Yeah.
What was the standout for you guys for teasers or for trailers for films that it could have dropped in 2019 or can drop in 2019? But what was the best trailer for you guys for a film?
Oh man,
that's put you on the spot a bit here. This wasn't in the show notes.
I know, you just threw me for a loop. You know, just because I saw it when I went to see Aquaman and I saw it in the theater for the first time on the big screen, we go Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame, like that was so cool seeing it on the big screen and be like, oh, this is like, you know, we're only like what 5 months away, 6 months away. Like this is so cool. So I'm gonna go Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Endgame, man, 6:00 in the morning. You know, you shouted out on Twitter with that trailer, and I was just
blew up.
Oh my god,
highest viewed trailer of all time.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, I had to go with you. Infinity War trailer number 2 is quite high there.
Yeah.
On the list for me. But this Endgame trailer just struck a chord, I think, with the entire fandom, right? Rolling off the back end of what we saw in Infinity War, this Endgame trailer hit everything. And if you listen to Feige, he's talking to the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
He's saying that the trailers, the TV spots, and all that, first 20 minutes of the film, that's it.
Yeah.
There's going to be over probably 2 hours of the film we're not going to have seen a single frame from, which is awesome.
They don't even need to show anything.
No,
really,
they could just repeat that trailer.
it could just
Trailer
be
number
like
2,
Thanos
same thing.
farming for like 15
And
minutes,
him just sitting there huffing and puffing.
right?
Just milking a cow.
Yeah.
Farmer Thanos.
Universally agreed upon there. Interesting. Now, Rotten Tomatoes. This is something that we've used throughout 2018, 2017. We're going to probably continue to use 2018. And we always put the caveat, this is a barometer taking the temperature of critics and audiences. We don't really conform to this. We don't listen to the critics. We try to inform our own opinions. And we always stress that you guys do the same. But interestingly enough, I looked at superhero films and some of the films that we've discussed in the podcast about their Rotten Tomatoes scores. So what do you guys think was the top rated Rotten Tomatoes film in 2018?
Superhero?
For superhero?
Whatever, like superhero kind of nerdy, like
Yeah,
Mission
yeah.
Impossible in there,
Yeah.
Bumblebee, all that crap too, right?
I'll say Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Spider-Verse or Black
Yeah,
Panther?
or is Bumblebee count too? Because Bumblebee's
Yeah.
high too.
Bumblebee's high.
I
I'll
think-
stick with Spider-Verse.
I want to say Spider-Verse, but I feel like Bumblebee for some reason still maintained a higher one. I don't know.
All right, we'll see.
Ah,
Okay, so three-way tie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the critics rating, the 97% goes to
Ooh.
Black Panther,
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Fallout,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
and Into the Spider-Verse.
Nice.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
nice,
Nice.
All had relatively high audience scores, all around that 80+%. Into the Spider-Verse had 94%.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
that's
So
Incredibles.
big. The next one down, speaking of Incredibles, 94%, Incredibles 2.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and Bumblebee at 93, as you
93
guys
just
had
dropped a little,
mentioned.
yeah.
Yeah. Infinity War rocked and Ant-Man around that 85% range. And then we drop into the lower echelon here. Solo, a Star Wars story, 70% for the
Really?
for the critics. Yes, 64% for the audience. So relatively agreed
Okay,
there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Aquaman 64, 82%.
Well, that's like a DC 64, so that's like a Marvel 94.
80, yeah.
yeah.
So,
So,
let's
just
take
add
that one out.
30%.
Jurassic World 2, 48%, 50% audience.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a relatively agreed. Aquaman, there's quite a bit of divergence between the audience and that,
Yeah.
and we talked about that last week, so you can go check out our thoughts on that. Venom,
Oh yeah.
28%,
Yeah.
85% audience.
Is
Yeah.
Venom the only Rotten superhero film of the year?
This year, yes. Rotten is below, what, 60%?
Below 60.
Yeah, only Rotten superhero film.
Venom.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
I'd
good
probably
year.
agree with that.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I mean, 1 out of 3, and that's what I got. What would you say? I know that this isn't in the notes, but what would you say would be your most disappointing movie of 2018? One that you were like hotly anticipating. You could give a couple, say like two most disappointing movies of 2018.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man,
Just
yeah.
because I was expecting a little bit more from that movie, and I walked out kind of let down.
Yeah,
Venom.
Venom.
For sure.
Yeah,
Venom's definitely up there.
Okay.
And Incredibles 2. Because I really
Really?
like Incredibles. Incredibles 1 is like genius.
Yeah,
in my
it's
opinion.
so good.
And I walked out of Incredibles 2 like that wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. And the overall characters were kind of dry, in my opinion.
Which is weird because it's sitting at like 94%.
I know it's huge.
so,
Everybody
like,
likes it. I
yeah.
definitely know I'm in the minority for that because a lot of people love that film.
Disappointed as well by
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Really?
right?
Yeah, so that was one of my disappointments was Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
I did not really. I went and saw it with my daughter. Was real excited about it.
Yeah.
Didn't love the film.
Yeah.
Didn't really even like it that much. Incredibles 1 is much better film.
Right?
Yeah.
And my other disappointment was Jurassic World 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's something about it. I'm the Jurassic Park guy. I love that franchise. Love it to death. But this just seemed like, okay, guys, let's get out of this house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're dinosaurs. How big is this house?
Like this whole movie could have been condensed into 10 minutes of like where they're taking the third Jurassic World.
Yes.
This could have been like a preamble. It's like, oh, dinosaurs escaped, blah, blah, blah. Now they're just running rampant around North America.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
You got to pitch them your idea. You had a
Monsters.
dope idea, man.
Yeah.
Of,
Yes.
was it like a District 9 kind of
District 9
vibe?
Monsters, the
Yeah.
Gareth Edwards
Yeah.
Yeah.
indie flick.
Send it to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should. What
Work
about you,
for
man?
Deadpool too.
Yeah. Disappointing. I would say like Deadpool 2. That was a movie that I was expecting more from. Maybe I had too high expectations. I still enjoyed it, but it didn't make my list. And I would say I'm with you, Jurassic World 2. It was like a fun time at the theater, but like it was like fun because we were like kind of laughing at like how outlandish this was.
Yeah.
Like the dinosaur kind of felt like, like hit its head and it was like going away all dazed, and I was like, is this Looney Tunes? Like
Oh, no way.
Why
Yeah.
were they in that house
Yeah.
for so long?
right? Like, oh man, it's just like
Also, did they not? I think at the end they're like, "Oh, I just made $100 million." No
way.
We're like,
Yeah.
dude, like you could.
Yeah.
These dinosaurs are worth more than that.
yeah.
Like,
Austin Power style?
like
Oh,
I
it
think the
was
total
so
amount
bad.
of money that they made from selling the dinosaurs was less than the box office that they made off. The
No
movie.
way.
It
For
was
sure.
ridiculous. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It was. in your mind, you're like, oh, they're gonna make billions of these guys.
Yeah.
$125 million.
Yeah.
I just sold like 30 dinosaurs. What?
Yeah, and the guy's like $5 million. I'm like, who talks like that? Or the end with like,
evil genius.
Yeah.
When they're trucking those guys in, they're like, okay, there's the Russian bad guys.
Oh,
yeah.
The bad guys from the Middle East. Oh, there's the African bad guys.
Oh,
too.
no.
It's like, it's so stereotypical.
It's a paint by numbers.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And the end where the clone like releases all these dinosaurs to kill like thousands of people.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I had to let him go because is this spoilers? Like,
Big spoiler. You just spoiled the whole movie.
Yeah, well, I heard about that. This is a clone, right?
Yeah.
She's
Well,
like
I mean, the
clone of
movie's
mom.
been out for like half the year.
Yeah, it's also one
Spoilers.
of the biggest movies of the year. So
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't seen it by now and you're listening to this podcast, go watch it. But she's like, I have to let him go because I'm also a clone. I'm like, so you gonna kill like thousands of people? Like, just mind-boggling stupidity of this film. Whoever wrote it must have been
also the T-Rex could not have fit in that house.
right.
It did. Anyways, enough of Jurassic World 2. Let's talk about
Let's talk about things we liked in 2018.
Is this T-Rex purple by any chance?
yeah. That was
That would be an improvement.
that's our only
Vince
negative
Carter came
rant.
out and he was playing basketball against
Yeah.
the Raptor. And it was like Space Jam 2 started.
It's a spin-off, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be our only negative rant for 2018.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit of box office. We had this little thing that we did this year, and we're
Yeah.
going to do next week our box office fantasy draft. Now, 2018 was the first year we did this. Sunjay put this on the table.
Yeah, man.
Late last year, late 2017, we did it for 2018, and this became one of my most favorite things of the year. Was the box office fantasy draft that we did. We had a ton of fun doing it, constructing it. I've had a ton of fun researching for next
You've
week.
been like going crazy for this.
Yes, we'll get into it.
Just like people who do like hockey or like football pools. Tim has like
This
a
is
little
me.
like Beckett guide
Dude,
and he's
you
like
don't-
telling us.
You have no
like-
idea. No idea.
I can see this taking off.
But the thing is, because we've had some films that ended quite late in the year, we are unable to determine a winner. It is winter right now in Canada.
Winter is
Because Troy and I are 24 million domestic dollars apart, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has got a few steps left in it, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be close.
Wreck-It Ralph's got a few $1 million, I think, left
Oh, is
in
it
it.
still in?
It's still running,
Jeez.
so we can't declare a winner at this point. So what we had said was that the winner gets to choose their spot. So before the podcast, we discussed, and as a group, we decided that we were just going to throw up numbers at what position we want to pick at. Oddly enough, we all picked 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to reveal that till next week, but we know what position we're sitting in, so there's no worry about announcing a winner. We're going to have to think of another award for the winner of this year. And you had some ideas for next year or this year?
Yeah, so whoever wins last year, so we're thinking, okay, so whoever wins, say Troy, if you win, then me and Tim will buy you each a movie ticket. So your first two movies, like nerd movies that we all go to. Or if Tim wins, I'm not showing out who wins. Or if Tim wins.
Where are you? Aquaman's doing well.
Aquaman could, someone could spend $500 million on it in North America and it wins. I don't know.
Rest of Atlantis can watch the movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where's the Atlantis box office results? We should tally that in there.
Yeah, so you're still lagging a little bit. You're about 200 or so million behind.
I blame
But-
Solo.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We'll get
but
into-
we'll
we're
get
gonna-
into that.
we'll
But
get into that.
internationally, I think internationally I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, internationally, you're going to win. Yeah. Globally, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Ah,
But we're going to break that down a little bit here because we have a listener question to
All
get
right.
to
Nice.
quickly here because our new friend Damon, I was interacting with him
Nice.
and Grabs last week discussing the box office fantasy draft. So him and his buddies are going to be doing one themselves. They're actually doing the draft this
Nice.
Saturday coming.
Nice.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
good
excited.
luck.
I told them to tag us on the results as they go
I'd
through
love
the
to
year.
see,
'cause
yeah.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do. But he's got some question, and this is going to kind of help with us as far as our development for next week, for the draft and all that, and us breaking down some of our learnings from this. And he wants to hear a bit about this. But let's read his question here. So it says, "Hello, I just want to start out by saying thank you very, very much for reading my message, and that I've only been listening to the show for a few months, but I absolutely love it. Thank
Oh
you."
yeah, thank you so
The
much
world's
for
good.
giving
That's
us a
huge.
listen.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Anyways, me and my two friends want to copy the crew and have a fantasy box office league for 2019.
Nice.
I have one question. When preparing the available movies, should Avengers Endgame and Episode 9 be removed from the pool like you guys did with Infinity War? I ask this because I feel the two people that get those movies, assuming one person doesn't get both, immediately takes the third person out of contention. Thanks again for reading my message and the great weekly content. Have a great week.
Man,
Oh,
I got
that's
the
awesome.
feels going on here.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
man.
so much.
Yeah, so I'll toss you his his Twitter feed.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
handled there, and we can all fun get a little bit of discussion because
Yeah.
I'd want to bring more people into this discussion.
For
It's just
sure.
be fun talking about this as we're posting results and all that. So
Yeah.
great question. So he's looking at Endgame and Episode 9. So the decision that we've made is every film goes in. I think we regret to a degree taking out Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it made a huge difference at the end of the day, especially with Sunjay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. You know,
Well, we anticipated that being the biggest film of the year, and we
right.
didn't
you just
see,
never know.
We didn't see any film that was going to eclipse that, but Black Panther did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestically, we would do everything in domestic dollars.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier to keep track of, right?
Yeah.
So we can gauge the domestic audience a bit better.
Right.
And the statistics are behind that a bit more. So that's why we're using domestic dollars this year, and that's why we're using it next year. But so we're leaving in Endgame and Episode 9. So one of his points here was that he thought that if you don't take those two movies out, you're going to really penalize the third place or the person picking third. And so from learnings from this, I was the third pick.
Yeah.
I picked third.
Yeah.
And the turnaround. So what we do is the snake draft. This was brought to the table by you, Sunjay. It's very
Right.
similar to what people do for fantasy football and that.
That's right.
Is first, second, and then the third pick is third, fourth, and then you snake back around to second, and then first gets 6, 7.
You're right.
And so that makes a big impact because on the turnaround for this year, I ended up with Jurassic World 2 and Incredibles. Those are the two films that won. Well, that may, I don't think,
Right.
at the end of the day, Troy's probably going to win.
Yeah,
But has put me in really close contention to win.
Right.
I was the third place pick. So as of this recording, I've won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Troy's probably going to eclipse that in the next, say, 3-4 weeks. Very close. So we're going to be within $20 million one way or another.
Yeah. Well, my question is, how many people are in this draft?
3.
Okay, so if it's 3, because if it's more than 3, then I think you got to take some out. Because if it's
Right.
like 8 people,
Yeah, you can't do much. 3 is about your limit in 5 movies, right?
Just because
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
millions of dollars. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because he said him and 2 of his friends, so
Okay.
same as us.
I,
So
I say put it in. I
Yeah,
say put it in.
we're
Absolutely.
keeping it in.
You never know. Films can surprise you. As we said, Black Panther. Who would have guessed that would make more than Infinity War?
Especially in a year like this coming up, 2019.
There's
Yeah.
so many other ones
yeah,
in this year.
huge
Yeah.
films.
Yeah.
Now, some of the other takeaways. So I think that more or less answers your question there, Damon. So I'd say leave them all in, but you have to snake draft it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
yeah,
have
it'd
to
be
come
so
around-
unfair for
The
one.
third place person has to get third and fourth pick.
Yeah.
And then that balances out because they're going to get basically, you're going to have 2 $700 million movies, say, and then you end up with someone getting, like this year I got a 400 and a 600.
Yeah.
So I ended up with
Right.
$1 billion in those two picks.
Yeah,
And so
crazy.
it all balances out quite well.
Yeah.
With the snake draft style. So there you go. That's how we're doing it, and that's how we'd recommend doing it. But let's look back at some of the learnings from this. I think Troy and I have the biggest learnings because just looking down and breaking down the numbers, the pure numbers, just
Yeah.
for a reminder, I had Jurassic World 2, Incredibles 2, Wrinkle in Time, Ready Player 1, Fantastic Beasts 2. Troy had Black Panther, Deadpool 2, Spider-Man to Spider-Verse, Wreck-It Ralph, Pacific Rim 2.
Ugh.
Sunjay had Solo, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Aquaman, Mission Impossible 6, and Venom.
It's a pretty solid lineup.
Solid
That is.
lineup because Sunjay consistently picked the higher grossing films.
Yeah.
All his films were over 200 million domestically. Aquaman's likely to go over 300 million at some point. Troy had 2 big standouts
Yeah.
with Black Panther and Deadpool, your top 2 picks. And then you had a stinker in Pacific Rim 2. And then Into the Spider-Verse just doesn't have quite that big momentum, right? And then Wreck-It Ralph 2 didn't have Incredibles.
I was surprised at
Me
that.
too.
I
agree.
know. Yeah, it was weird.
When we were like going back, I was like, damn, I wish I took Wreck-It Ralph too. Like I was thinking of
Oh, okay,
actually
yeah.
offering you a trade for that, but then I didn't, and thankfully I didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, should have made that trade.
It should, yeah.
Yeah. And then for me, I had Jurassic World 2 and Incredibles, like I said,
Good lineup.
but then Wrinkle in Time did $101 million.
Who would have saw that, though?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Disney film.
Eva
that's live
DuVernay was...
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey behind the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. I would
It's a
have.
Disney
Pine?
thing. Yeah,
Chris
I saw
Pine.
this doing like the because adaptation of a book we all read in
Huge.
English.
Yeah.
I saw this doing like that animated or that reimagination, the live action reimagination. I saw it doing like 300 million.
I thought for sure at least 300.
Oh yeah, like
Lock.
you look at some of those
Yeah.
live action ones, and they even like you didn't take this, but the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
That's the one that like came out later, and I saw a trailer. And I was like, damn, that looks good.
Oh,
and
really?
Then, and then like bombed hard.
Yeah, I could see that. I thought it was like, whew.
Yeah.
So you're not taking Nutcracker too?
Well, and then and then one we all kind of slept on was the Grinch.
Yeah.
For sure.
So is that so there's been 15 picks between the three of us. Is Grinch the one that made the most that none of us took?
Yes, the Grinch is. Yeah, we got out of the top 11, we got 10 of them, and the
Okay.
Grinch is stuck in the middle there at $269 million domestically.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a big help.
For sure.
Yeah, but even films like Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, they did really well. They did much better than 3 of my films that I picked in here. So looking at next year's draft, it's about, I think we have more to choose from this year.
Absolutely.
But it's looking at some of the animated stuff. The Christmas time stuff did really big things this year. But films that I thought we were going to do, and the reason I put like Ready Player One and Fantastic Beasts 2, both of them did about $150 million.
They did good overseas.
Huge overseas. They all both did more than $500 million overseas.
Fantastic Beasts is such a shocker. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like the first one so much, but I still thought it's a Harry Potter film.
Yeah.
Eddie Redmayne, Oscar winner, like WB. I guess Johnny Depp though is kind of a funny one right now.
Right. Is that franchise dead? Do you think Fantastic Beasts 3, WB pushed back the Flash movie because they want Ezra Miller to film Fantastic Beasts 3?
It's going to make close to $700 million globally.
But Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah, slide that one in there. It's a profitable film still globally.
It's still making money, yeah.
But Harry Potter's the same way. Like it did big money in the US, but did huge money internationally. Right?
All of them made like.
But critically acclaimed wise, I think they're lacking this time.
All the Harry Potter films did well critically, but yeah. So I mean, do you think the critics matter? You know, you think of a film. Did you guys base it on like Venom did terrible with critics, but when you're picking your picks next year or maybe for last year, did you think, okay, this is not going to be like, I don't have confidence in the people in it, so I'm not going to pick it? Like, do you think I don't think critics matter anymore.
Critics don't matter. The people involved do.
Yeah.
Like your directors and that.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like audience, word of mouth. It's way more important to like hit it with audience than critics.
Yeah. Well, there's I think, you know, we can rattle this. We can talk about this next week a bit, or maybe because we're going to wrap up after we do the draft next week. We're going to talk about our strategies. Yeah. But to me, you could probably lay out 5 things that matter, and the critics probably lay it towards the bottom of that because the critics affect the legs.
Yeah.
To a degree, right?
Yeah.
It affects the longevity of this thing. But there's other major components that go into that. It's franchises, the kind of what foundation it's building off of. Sequels are big, animated, like Pixar stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to consider before you get to critical reception, but it does play into it, I think. Yeah, big time. So, well, that's the box office fantasy pool, and we're going to be doing our 2019 box office fantasy picks next week on the episode. And that's going to be our big look forward, too, into 2019. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
Can't wait to redeem myself and win.
Yes, it's going to be interesting. Let's end this episode here, though, counting down our top 5 films of 2018. We've run through pretty much everything. We've looked at the box office fantasy pool. You know, we've talked about our comics collecting, our standout moments. Let's talk about our standout films. Now, if you guys want to hear our top 10 films as we anticipated them for 2018, you go back to episode 101. I've got them in the background here, but I'm not going to read them off. I'm going to kind of maybe contrast a little bit. Okay. But we're going to count down our top 5 films without influence from what we anticipated. And then maybe if we have time, we'll take a little bit of a look back at what we anticipated and how our top 5 list compares to our top 5 list from the start of 2018. So we're going to do this maybe round table. We're going to start with 5 and work our way up to number 1.
Awesome.
Okay.
What was your 5th top film of 2018, Sunjay?
Mine is Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
If this was a weaker year, it may have been higher. But it's just such a great film. But there's just so many good films that this one fell to number 5. Well, number 5 out of all the films I saw. So definitely is a shock to me. Going in, I don't even think this was on my most anticipated list, so pleasant surprise. So Into the Spider-Verse, number 5.
Yes. Nice. Okay, sorry. Maybe just because you just mentioned it there. How many films did you see this year?
632.
That's not quite a few though. Yeah. Like you saw basically all we saw all the superhero movies. All the superhero
ones. I missed Incredibles 2.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that.
You're okay.
Yeah. Pretty good. Are there any standouts that you guys haven't seen before actually we count this down? So we've got yours, the Spider-Verse number 5. But what are some of the films that you haven't seen before we count this down, just so we know why they're maybe not included?
Okay. Incredibles 2 would be on there for me. Wreck-It Ralph 2. All the films I didn't see. I haven't seen The Grinch yet. I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen...
But none of those are probably going to lie in your top 5.
No.
Yeah. So you're probably pretty confident in your top 5 list?
Yeah, I'd say so.
How about you, man?
I'm pretty confident, except for Wreck-It Ralph. That's the only one I haven't seen. Saw Fantastic, but that wasn't going to make it anyways.
Yeah.
For me, the ones that stand out to me that I haven't seen that may land on my list. I haven't seen Creed 2.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I haven't
shoot.
seen Creed 2
Damn
either.
it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, First Man I haven't seen. I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I didn't see A Quiet Place. I didn't see
I-
Emma.
that's
Quiet
good.
Place was good. Quiet
Yeah,
Place
it's
was
good.
But you're
So-
not into horror, so you might
No,
not like it.
I probably.
But I think even if you're not into horror, you'll still like that movie.
Yeah,
I like John
yeah.
Krasinski and Emily Blunt too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
no,
that
Green
gives-
Lantern. He's Green Lantern.
No way. That gives us a little calibrations as to what we've seen and what we're kind of relatively comparing to. So your number 5 was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Troy, your number 5?
Solo. I'm going with Solo. Yeah,
Nice.
and I had a great time, man. I really like that movie. I love what they did with Donald Glover and Solo, the young Solo Alden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it like a couple days ago.
Nice.
It's great, man. Great movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. For me, number 5 was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did enjoy this film much more than you guys, I think. I appreciate what Paul Rudd did. I liked what they did with the Wasp.
Yeah.
The villains left something to be desired in that film, especially the goofy ass like kind of henchman guy.
Yeah.
He's a bit much for me, but I like what they did, and I think the end game is going to have a bit of a Winter Soldier effect on Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
What they do with Paul Rudd and how they left the
gets
film and
out.
all that.
Paul
yeah.
Rudd was great in that. Same
Paul
with
Rudd was
Angelina
correct.
Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
awesome.
I love those two. The dynamic
Yeah.
between Wasp and Ant-Man.
It probably could have been called
Fantastic.
Wasp and Ant-Man. to
For
be honest
sure.
with you.
Yeah.
For sure.
But just the villains, as you said, the villains and like just the
Yeah.
tone for me, like it towed the line, but it went over of like overly jokey and like serious parts, and that's
Yeah.
when they kind of lose me. But
It was coming off the back end of Infinity War, like that weight, that emotion that came with it.
Yeah.
And you went to something that was a bit more bubbly and also was out of the kind of the continuous storyline, right? You had to kind of step back a bit. So, but
I
yeah,
was
that's why it's
surprised
number
at the
5
box
for me.
office results.
Yeah, it did.
That's probably like the most disappointing box office, I'd say.
It did 600 million
Solo.
globally.
I just mean like domestically. Like you look at Iron Man 3, there's a huge bump after the first Avengers, and this one I was thinking, okay,
Didn't feel it.
Yeah,
Not at all.
not at all.
No. So, what about number 4 for you, Sunjay?
Number 4, I'm going to Wakanda. Black Panther.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen this film, but no, definitely a standout. One of the best MCU films to date.
Yeah.
Fully agree with you.
Nice. I go Mission Impossible, man.
Oh, I still
wow.
haven't seen that. Yeah, that's one I haven't seen.
Yeah, me too.
It's so good, man.
I had the
love that
steelbook,
franchise.
but it came damaged. when I
97
returned
on
it.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's huge. Some of the scenes, Tom Cruise just gets better, man. That guy's like wine.
The
How's
franchise
Henry
was half
Cavill?
dead.
Yeah, like part 2. I think JJ brought it back with part 3.
JJ part 3, yeah.
Yeah, brought it back because part 2 was
Really?
kind of. Part 1's awesome. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man.
How's Henry?
Oh, he's so good, man.
How's it mustache?
He's so good.
Was it
I hope
worth
it's
it?
good.
Yeah, I
Mustache
hope it
looks
was worth
great.
it.
Mustache looks great. No, it's so cool to see Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise go back at it, back and forth. In
I gotta
that
see
movie.
that. Yeah.
It's fantastic, man.
Okay,
Gotta go see it.
that's gonna be my next purchase.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, get that
nice.
4K.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
number
Nice.
4 for me, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Nice.
Loved this film. It
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Oh,
you know, that
man.
Miles Morales story, whew,
So good.
so good. You can hear our review actually 2 episodes back, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. You know where it sits for me,
Yeah.
for Sunjay. We all know where it's probably going to sit for Troy. So, yeah, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, number 4 for me. Number 3.
This is the hardest one because I knew what number 1 was, but number 2 and number 3, I was flip flopping all day. And I was like, where am I gonna put this? So number 3, I'm gonna go Avengers: Infinity War.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was by far like in terms of like total fan service moments blew me away. I actually had a chance to rewatch it not too long ago, and I was just like, wow, this was even better than I remember it. That's a sign of a good film.
Yep.
And just the Wakanda battle was definitely the standout.
Oh yeah.
All the Thanos stuff, it was great.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3. Right on.
Yeah. Oh, this is so tough for me, but I'm gonna go Into the Spider-Verse, number 3.
What?
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, this is a good year for some movies, man. Yeah, Into the Spider. And I love this film. You know, you check out the review. We already talked about everything. What more can I say? But all around, man, I had a great time. I see this movie twice. I'm trying to go see it a third time. I'm trying to get my little brother with me to go
Nice.
see this film. But yeah, love
He's
this
your
movie,
little
man.
brother. Just pick him up and take him.
He's actually taller than me.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah.
If you need help, just call
Yeah.
us. We'll help you.
Yeah, sure. All right, number 3 for me, Solo: A Star Wars
Yeah.
Story. I
Nice.
really enjoyed this film. It did not quite get there for most of fandom, it seems, or at least the general audience. This was a weird year for Star Wars,
Yeah.
both in fandom and in film.
Mm-hmm.
But this film, if you guys haven't seen this or you haven't watched it a second, third time, this thing gets better with every view.
does.
Yeah.
Glover was awesome. Alden, like you said, Troy, was
Yeah.
awesome. I love the plot, the reveals. It was fantastic.
The switch at the end, I liked it. It worked for me.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And what's
Yeah.
her name that played Kira?
Yeah,
Oh, man,
yeah.
what a dynamic character. And the Empty's Nest.
Oh yeah.
Range Troopers
It's
in
good,
there.
man. I love the whole Kessel Run. Like, this movie really worked for me. And if you guys go back and listen to 2018, me going into this movie, I was not excited whatsoever. And coming out of the movie, man, I loved it. Great time.
Nice. Number 2 for Sunjay.
This is the one that dethroned Infinity War. Is Ready Player One.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters and I was blown away by just everything that Steven Spielberg did.
Yeah.
Just the film is just a fun ride. It's just a great family film. It's a film for everyone. And I saw it, and then I had the next day off work, and I actually went again like in the morning. I got the late show, so I saw like twice in like 12 hours, and it was still held up the second time. So yeah, Ready Player One, number 2.
Nice. What about you, Troy?
Wakanda Forever, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Black Panther all
Yes.
day, man. That was a great movie. I saw that movie maybe 3 times. No, twice, I think. But, man, it's so magical, that movie. The effects look great for the most part. You know, not necessarily the CGI towards the end.
Yeah, the fighting,
That's kind of suspect. But, like, actually Wakanda itself, bringing it to life, making it look futuristic. But still,
the
the
soundtrack,
cuts,
man.
Soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks of the year right now, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. Michael B. Jordan kills it in that role. Chadwick Boseman's great. Lupita Nyong'o. The cast is incredible, man. It's such a good
Forrest
film.
Whitaker.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot he was
man.
even in that.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's great, man. Love that movie.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And what more can I say? Number 2 for me is Black Panther as well.
Yeah, man.
You covered it, Troy. We reviewed it this year. We've been raving about it. I would have liked to see it get a Golden Globe last night, or whatever it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's fine. I think that the praise is there. We're gonna get a sequel for sure. Coogler's back at the helm.
Yeah.
Yes. So Black Panther number 2 for me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right,
So
the big number 1. Which one could it be?
So before I reveal my number 1, I want to give a special shout out to the small independent film called The Last Movie Star. It's Burt Reynolds' last movie role, and it's kind of like a semi-autobiographical role about this movie star who used to be like the biggest star in the 70s, and he goes to this small town in Tennessee to this film festival, and he's kind of like, why am I here? And he kind of reflects on his life. And with his passing this year, the film means a little bit more. Thankfully, I was able to see it before his passing. But yeah, go check that out if you haven't. Burt Reynolds is a beauty. Adam Rifkin, who directed it, is another beauty. So check that out if you haven't seen it. It just didn't really feel like in like my nerd movies and stuff, so I didn't put it on this list, but check it out. It's like my hidden gem of the year.
Nice.
But my number 1 is no hidden gem. It's Shining Out There Under the Sea with Ariel and Namor.
Namor. I love the Marvel love.
Yeah. Going with my main man, Aquaman.
My man.
What else could it have been for me, DC Sunjay? Not just because this was DC, but this film took me to a world that we've never been. It was underwater. It was Atlantis. It was the first live-action underwater film. We see some movies have some scenes underwater. This thing, pretty much like 60% of it was underwater. It's just, amazing. Made a star of Jason Momoa, Amber Heard. Just amazing film. Just check out last episode. We raved about it. I saw it again, and I loved it even more.
Nice.
So, Aquaman, from ocean to ocean.
Yeah.
He is number 1.
Yeah. Aquaman forever.
Yeah. Him and Pitbull.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, man, I'm going with Thanos Presents Infinity War, man. This was his movie. Yeah. This was his movie, man. Thanos was incredible. Josh Brolin, how they handled that character. The build-up that they've had since Avengers 1, and to see them actually execute it, no letdown whatsoever. The action sequences were fantastic. It's the first time ever we've seen a defeat in Hulk, like a scared Hulk, which was really cool. I thought the effects all the way through were great until we got to, Bruce Banner in the Iron Man armor. It was a little weird. Spider-Man, Tony Stark, and Doctor Strange. Seeing those three, the trio together, was so cool. Goatee Rose, I love that. And then Star-Lord, like Guardians of the Galaxy, seeing their interactions with the Avengers, and Thanos and his daughter, like the send-off. I mean, I can spoil it. Everyone's seen this movie. So good, man. Loved Infinity War. Like, Tim and I had a blast in the theaters watching this thing, man. So good. It's crazy. And the score, nuts.
Man, so good.
Especially
so
for the
good.
MCU too, right?
Yeah.
Next level, I'm right there with you, man. Number 1, of course. Avengers Infinity War. What more can be said?
Yeah.
It's if you haven't seen it, I don't know who you are and what rock you've been under. Maybe
You've been
we're
snapped.
But yeah, it was my most anticipated film walking into the year. Same with you, Troy. Infinity War. Aquaman was your number 1. So our
Oh,
most
look at that,
anticipated
3 for 3.
films all landed from when we did this a year ago.
Crazy.
It all landed as our number 1s. Actually, we're all pretty close here for our top 3. Sunjay, yours are Black Panther, Infinity War, and Aquaman.
Okay.
And Ready Player One was number 4, so you just swapped those around.
Yeah.
Cool.
Troy, your top 3 were Black Panther, Into the Spider-Verse, and Infinity War.
Cool.
Nice.
So you're pretty close there as well. And myself was Infinity War, Black Panther, and Solo. So right on there.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we got good calibration point going from a year away into some of these films, and we all landed there. So it's going to be exciting when we record next week.
Yeah.
To talk about our most anticipated for 2019, because there's an even bigger slate of films. Not as many nerd-related films.
No.
Even when we did our top 10 most anticipated, we had things like Dark Phoenix in there, New Mutants.
Was Venom in there?
Venom was only in Sunjay's.
No.
Yeah. You know, I had Venom in my top 10, so
You did. Sunjay,
Yeah.
you had its number 7.
I just did top 10 because I didn't know if we were doing 5 or 10, and Venom landed in my number 9 for me. So
Nice.
Look at that.
Interesting. So, yeah, it's been a great year in 2018. I've had an absolute blast talking about stuff with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Collecting the comics, film. It's been a ton of fun. But I think that's where we put the period, the stamp, the bookend here in 2018.
Should we do like a countdown? Like
5,
New Year's?
4, 3, 2. It's 2019 in the year of Endgame in episode
Who's
9.
gonna be my New Year's kiss?
You set me up for that. But I think, guys, we're gonna definitely do some look backs when we're comparing films that come out. We're gonna look back at Infinity War, of course, as we get into Endgame, episode 7, 8, as we get into 9. So we're gonna spend some time in the past, but we're only looking forward from this point on, guys. 2019. If you hit us up next week, which I hope that you do, you're going to hear us counting down our top 10 most anticipated films in 2019. We're going to be doing the box office fantasy draft. We're going to also be talking about our most anticipated in comics and collecting, and what we're going to see in Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. It's going to be a very, very exciting year. We're going to be here every single Thursday. Hopefully, we got 3 kids on the way, so we're anticipating that. Sunjay is counting down pretty close here.
Yeah. You know, I'm always in hospital garb just in case I get the call.
Just in case. He's got his phone in his hand the whole time, just in
I'm
case.
just wearing the gown.
The commitment, right?
Just be in the delivery room. Just be like, hold on, honey. So we gotta talk during contractions.
I gotta do my fantasy draft.
Yeah.
But 2018 has been a ton of fun. Thank you again to all you guys that are out there listening, out there supporting us, all those that are part of the Commonwealth, and all those that are interacting with us in the Twitter gang, on Twitter, on that. If you want to be a part of that, just jump into it, guys.
Yeah,
whatever. Even if you're not tagged, whatever, jump into the conversation. It's a ton of fun. I get 1 million notifications on my phone a day, but I love every single one of them. It is great. 2018 has been a ton of fun. Infinity War, Aquaman, it's been a huge, huge year. Black Panther and the Spider-Verse. Man, what a good year.
We're spoiled, man.
Yeah.
What a good year. And I'm looking forward to getting down to talking 2019 next week. So, for this week, I guess you can always get us at thenerdroom@gmail.com if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to contribute the same way Damon did this week.
Yeah.
If you want to get us on Twitter, our handles are always at the end of the episode. And you can find everything we do on thenerdroom.net as well as starscommonwealth.com. And again, just a shout out to Rob Wade for Emotionally 14 endorsing this. So go to emotionally14.com. You can check out all the podcasts he endorsed, which includes this one, Tumbling Sabers out there. The Roman podcast from our dude Rob Cast is also up there, and you can always get his Crazy Train podcast there as well. And Talk Swords, shout out to them. Big year in 2018 for Rob Wade, and big year in 2019 coming forward. So we got big stuff to talk about next week, 2019. This is 2018, signing off, I guess, for the last time. We're kind of in 2019, but for the Nerd Room, I'm Tim.
I'm Troy.
And I'm Sunjay.
And thank you for entering the Nerd Room in 2018. We'll see you later, guys. This has been a Nerd Room podcast production. You can find our hosts, Tim, Troy, and Sunjay on Twitter at TheNerdRM, TroyTheBoy87, and Sunjabby. For more content from the Nerd Room, check out thenerdroom.net. And don't forget to subscribe to the Nerd Room on iTunes, Podbean, and YouTube. Be sure to head over to StarWarsCommonwealth.com to find more podcasts in the Star Wars Commonwealth Podcast Network, including Talk Star Wars, Tumbling Saber, Generation X-Wing, Rogue Squadron Podcast, Skyrim's Podcast, and San Diego Sabers. Follow the Star Wars Commonwealth on Twitter at SW Commonwealth and take your first steps into a larger world.